Sir,
Yep. Yeah.
are you sure we're speaking the same language, sir?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to BMT. We're coming in loud and hot, giving you the funkadelic beats, sounds, and also politics and trends. God damn it! Why do we have the feed going on? Shit. Okay, there we go. I got it fixed. Okay, I'm so excited, you guys. Please, it's like having all my cousins here. I have so many amazing men on this panel. It really warms my heart. Really, so much so. There's nothing like having brothers in good fellowship. We got Big Uncle, Man of Tomorrow. We got my brother from the left. I'm starting from, I don't know how y'all see it. I got Caesar, Lycan King, and I got Big Mo. Mimi, Big Mama, man. She's not here right now. She's cooking fried chicken and some doggone sweet corn for me. So I'm going to eat good tonight. But for the most part, we all here. And we're going to talk about something that we need to talk about. C Breezy on Breaking News here on Brothers Amongst Men, also affiliated and under the BMT Network Broadcasting. So y'all can't steal our shit, but we already got it licensed. So y'all can get that shit, kick rocks. So facts. Yes, we took care of that a long time ago. But other than that, and for some of y'all niggas, y'all quit stealing our shit, bro. Seriously, stop stealing our content. Stop. It's not cool. You want to network with us? Network with us. Email us. Stop stealing our shit. We're not going to tell y'all again. We're not being ratchet. We're not being petty. We're not being a bunch of bitches behind closed corners. You like our shit? Subscribe to us and holler at us, and we'll work with you. But don't be coming around stealing hardworking black men's material and content. Looks disgusting. Sorry, I had to let that be known.
Man, go ahead, man.
All right, so we just got to call that out, man. We put in good hours of work putting together content for everybody.
Damn right.
So understand this. We need to talk about this right here. C Breezy, Cris Brown, I guess, Lady Killer. I'm not sure he should use that title anymore. Pretty much he's still getting in trouble. Not too long ago today, he got arrested and detained in Paris. The question I got to ask you guys, do y'all think that we're seeing too much of a trend with this, or that he should probably start reconfiguring how he maneuvers with his career? Who want to take it first?
I'll go first, since I know the least about him. Just get my little 2 cents out the way.
Go ahead.
In my opinion, I think he needs to make some lifestyle choices personally. This man is making himself too easy of a target. We already know it's like the trend, the popular thing to fucking try to get famous black dudes arrested for bullshit these days. Like, that's nothing new. But to be constantly getting charged over and over again tells me that he keeps on putting himself in these situations where it's easy for women to get to him. He needs to be smarter about his choices of how he maneuver around and how he associate with other people. Because, in all honesty, I think that's the main thing that's fucking him up. Like, he ain't being smart about how he deal with the opposite sex. That's what my opinion is. Now, I'm gonna let one of y'all who know more about the guy talk about it. That's about all I know.
Okay. Let's start it off with Caesar. What do you say about all this going on, man? Like, what do you feel about
Tag me next.
I pass you to Jay. My bad. Go ahead.
Make a move, Caesar.
Oh, you want to hold off on that? Big Mo.
I'll get up in there.
Big Mo, what's going on? And you make music and you do a lot of beats with different people and artists. So I definitely want your input.
Let alone R&B is actually my main genre.
Okay.
That also points out to the fact that, I've been a huge Cris Brown fan, and he's actually one of my top R&B artists of all time. And one thing I'll always say, the music he makes, his talent is beyond undeniable by any reach in any spectrum. And I will say this because I've seen stuff like this, and not just Cris Brown, but people like Cris Brown, where I do see a trend. I do see a pattern. It does disgust me. And yeah, no one's perfect. Believe me, there's a lot of mistakes that a lot of people has made that's been way worse than some of the mistakes Cris Brown has made. And some I will say, I might sound a little harsh to a couple people maybe later on, speaking on any specifics, but like I said, a lot of people have done so much worse than Cris Brown will ever even do. It's just he's just a poster child, and he's supposed to be like the epitome of perfection. So that any less than perfection, he's damn near a bust. And even besides the mistakes he's made and him being out in the limelight, he's showed a lot of like growth and evolution, and which points out to another pattern of people like Cris Brown, not just Cris Brown, where growth, evolution, and changing for the better gets so dismissed. It doesn't. It just gets negated,
Right.
and it's hard to respect any system that doesn't even allow any man to grow and evolve and change for the better. I know he's done this. He's been growing and changing and really doing his best for a while. The biggest growth came around that time when he had his daughter. That's when he's really calmed down. And me, I've been following Cris Brown for the better or for the worst. Not necessarily always. Even when I was still a fan of his music, there was a lot of things where I was pissed at Cris Brown on. Okay. But nevertheless, I still was following him, saying, because I didn't just look for apology. I looked for, are you really changing? Are you trying to pay your debts to society? Mm-hmm. And which I feel Cris Brown has done.
Okay.
Especially serving his time.
Say that later on. I see you on your Cris Brown. Calm down. I know you have a lot to say to the people. Calm down.
I do got a lot.
I see you do.
I'll start with one thing I'll say. I do see a pattern, and I know we're gonna get a little deeper into it. Mm-hmm. But my direct answer is there's a lot of patterns I see, and because I've seen many patterns just like this before, and I damn sure have been BS'd a lot in my life, so that stench of BS I can smell it from a mile away.
Okay, man, tomorrow. And thank you for that, Big Mo. He's very passionate about R&B, so y'all know that's just his passion. I know when he like I said, he loves R&B. Man of tomorrow. With all the stuff that's going on with Cris Brown's career and all the allegations and different stuff keep popping up, should he start redirecting and reformatting how he does things within his career?
I mean, he has a career because he makes people money. And the moment his numbers drop, they'll get rid of it. It's that for some people, quote unquote, genius takes a lot of stuff to deal with. But he has to understand that when you go over to other countries, just because you got money, that don't mean shit. That means that the laws apply to your ass even harder over there. And the laws are different over there. And they hold your whole criminal record against your ass, whether you were found guilty or innocent over there. Over there, it doesn't matter that you have a whole bunch of money. If the police want to talk to your ass, guess what? They're going to talk to your mother. Because if he actually really did some shit, he never would have left. So some kind of sort of, but when you do that with his track record, I just don't understand. Like, I don't have the type of money he does, but dude, I'd be delighted to stay the hell away from everybody. I'd be so appreciative to even have a chance to go out there and still have my quote unquote career. Dude, you couldn't find me messing up after one time. And you have to understand that when this guy's in the United States, he pretty much does whatever he wants to. And some of that stuff comes with some consequences when you go other places, man. So if I was that dude, I'd just try to find my spot in life and just hunker down, man. And just maybe he need to get that music shit up. Because every time he's doing some stupid shit, it's always because he's in the limelight. Maybe he need to be whatever his real name is. If it isn't Cris Brown, to just do that. Because don't come one of them chances where he ain't gonna be able to walk that shit back. And they're not gonna have any sympathy, man, like they would in the United States, or the money talks and have sympathy for you. So I mean, he should have came back after that Rihanna shit. But it is what it is, man. I don't care one way or the other. I'm up for men being more responsible and shit. So that's all I
got. Okay. All right. And I don't think Caesar's back. But I want to say this, and I want to weigh in on this one. Y'all take it for whatever you want. I'm not the biggest fan of Cris Brown, so I ain't gonna. I mean, he's good. I'm not gonna refute that he is very talented. You know, he owns a lot of music, and I agree with different points from Lycan, Big Mo, and also M.O.T. I agree with what they all just said. But I'm definitely gonna say I'm weighing more so into what M.O.T. is saying, where now I think Cris Brown is at that point. It's time for you with the way how music is and the way how the movement is going, especially with different types of feminist acts and activists. I'm gonna tell you right now, not sure how many of y'all have ever been to Europe. It don't take much to go to jail for sexual misconduct. It don't. And I'm gonna tell you right now, for some people, they thinking he can have all the fans in the world. But when it comes to different forms of government, the reason why everybody says America is the greatest country in the world, because if you got enough bankroll, you can make things go away or walk away from things. Okay. And for a lot of artists, and I had the video showed up with Jay-Z. Jay-Z was walking through Paris in front of some tourists, some tourists. They're like, who's he? Why should we respect this man? Mind you, this is Jay-Z. To us, you know what I'm saying? Well, oh man, it's Jay-Z. We all be crowding around him. They didn't care. Like, your weight in some places doesn't mean nothing even with the amount of money you have. And we're going to go into deeper about this, but I will honestly say, Cris Brown, it'd be now about that time, you might need to go start finding some successors. It's not uncommon. Usher found Justin Bieber. Does Usher have to still put on the most shows anymore? No. He has a younger genre. You get what I'm saying, Big Mo? He has a younger genre of people who do the work. And this is the game for artists. Once after so long, you find somebody younger who fits and blends in with that crowd. But it looks weird when you got an older man trying to get younger girls in the back room. See, that's when the weird stuff starts to happen. Y'all get me? Your vintage start going away. Now, some people say, oh, that ain't true. Okay, but let's look at the day's age, and now, like, that stuff does play factors now. So now, black men, we need to start learning how to move where you can't just think because you got iced out bling or you got certain types of networking that's going to apply everywhere you go. You need to be more smart. You need, if honestly, you need to have a better team around you. There's no way you should be hitting this many issues. You don't control the laws. And being an easy target that every time you do something, just like how Lycan was saying, like, yo, if you know every time you do something, the media looks at you, you might want to start moving differently or probably start moving more solo or moving where you don't have to deal with those type of crowds. I'm just saying, I'm being so for real, but we're going to go over this and we're going to talk about the situation because honestly, y'all, we as men, we can't keep on making the same mistakes. If you know a certain bar attracts a certain type of women that get men hemmed up, don't go to that bar. Don't go to that club. If you know a certain person keeps getting locked up, don't hang around that person. But y'all gonna do what y'all gonna do. So let's get into the story. Let's go ahead and pull it up. But everybody's done put in their 2 cents, which was great. Again, if you're coming in, please like the video, support the channel. We're trying to give y'all the best content we can, especially with a full panel of educated and successful black men. So we definitely want to be able to weigh in. Again, these are all Cris Brown's accusers. Are y'all not noticing that he keeps getting in trouble? What? I'm just saying. And no, it's not the same woman. These are different accusers that have caught him up. Are y'all not seeing a little bit of a trend? I mean, has anybody seen somewhat of a trend? He keeps getting caught for these type of women, texting
Women
them
with no melanin.
I'm just saying, Cris Brown. Maybe
I mean,
you might want to hit up us on BMT, and we might be able to break down some stuff for you, bro.
Because that for the rainbow, goddamn.
But it ain't even just that. But it ain't even just that though. It's also his type though, because you know his type of women.
I know.
All these types. These
Karuchi types of women keep messing them up. Leave these women alone, bro. Leave them alone. Don't worry. One of them you already got a baby. You already gave one of them a baby. Now they got access to you, and they keep taking you to court. So let's go ahead and look into this. I just wanted to show y'all that picture. Okay. Singer Cris Brown detained in Paris after rape complaint. Okay. We can blow it up for y'all. The latest on rape allegations against U.S. singer Cris Brown, 10:30 p.m. See, I wanted to make sure I get the date, time, and the mark for it. A Paris prosecutor's office says the U.S. singer Cris Brown has been released from custody over rape allegations against him. Brown and 2 other people were released on Tuesday evening in Paris after a woman filed a rape complaint. The Grammy-winning singer was detained Monday on potential charges of aggravated rape and drug infractions. The Paris prosecutor's office said that the investigation is ongoing. I want you to understand this. In M.O.T, you've dealt with law enforcement. Just because one area drops the charges does not mean another area is not going to pick it up. Is that correct?
Oh, I mean, like, dude, like double and triple jeopardy. That shit don't exist over there. They just keep trying your ass until you get locked up, man.
Right. I want y'all men to understand this. This happened to a football player. Just because one allegation drops it, Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, Morgan Freeman, just because they drop it one way does not mean it cannot come back up at you. Now you understand. You have to continuously watch your back. Y'all brothers get what I'm saying?
I want to make that. Did Morgan Freeman like that?
And did they not do Morgan Freeman like that?
They is doing them like that.
I want to make it perfectly clear. And oh yeah, mind you, Morgan Freeman is already being brought up on more allegation charges.
Yeah. That's why they still do.
Yep. I want to, and this is okay. This is he just got away and he already doing this. I want to post late on Brown's Instagram page, strongly denied the accusations. Y'all men, stay away from social media when y'all get out of these situations. When y'all get out of situations, what would you say about that? When these brothers begin out of situations, what would you tell them about jumping on social media and bragging or any kind of thing? What would you want to tell them about that? Is it okay for them to do that, or should they like stay away from that, talking about these type of things?
Oh, I be trying to stay as far off the grid as I possibly can. My damn self. The last thing I want to do was get on social media talking about anything personal. People take the simplest, smallest thing that you can say, no matter how innocent you may think it is, and depending on how they feel about you, they could turn it into like some really trolly shit or just blow it up into something stupid that a whole bunch of other social media sheep are gonna jump in on the bandwagon on just because it's the popular comment at the time. Like that's really the biggest thing about social media that bothers me the most is that I'm sorry, people ain't gonna like the way I say it, but like a lot of people don't lie to sheep, man. Like one person say one thing, and so long as it get enough damn attention, everybody gonna jump on that shit. It's like they can't think for themselves. So they just, they'll take something someone says about dude without even caring about whether it's true or not. But because it's the popular opinion, they'll roll with it and act like it's the damn truth. And it's not cool. Not one bit.
Okay.
That's
Anything you want to say about that, Caesar?
Is this 318?
All right. Yeah.
Okay, I
We
think
hear
he's
you.
still
We
good.
hear you.
All right, cool. I mean, based on the question at hand, I mean, of course, if I was Chris Brown, I most definitely would stay off the grid. I wouldn't go boasting about anything. I wouldn't run to the media and show that I'm happy that I won and all of that because, like I say, it's ongoing. You won the battle, but you ain't won the war yet. And anything said could be used against you at any point in time.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And yeah, I would definitely change the way I move. I would change the people I hang with and everything. I mean, your father. You know what I'm saying? At this point, anything anything you do in a negative light, that could affect your fatherhood. You know what I'm saying? Your child could get taken away because this is all public, information.
Right.
So I would definitely watch what I say and watch what I do in regards to that. Um, and especially his crew. A lot of the times when these allegations and things go down, a lot of the times it's either Chris Brown's crew did something or somebody was around. 9 out of 10.
That's when they take
Because
the whole crew.
remember that last time that last situation happened at his house, and there was an accusation saying that she was at the house, they was all smoking and drinking or whatever, and one of his homeboys, quote unquote, raped somebody at
Mm.
Chris Brown's house. So after that type of allegation, ain't nobody coming to my house. I ain't got no crew. You know what I'm saying? I got my music team, and that's it. Anybody else just be hanging out with Chris Brown? Nah. I had to shut that whole shit down. And at this day and age, you being a full time father because you have custody of your daughter, you know, I just wouldn't risk it. It's way too much of a risk.
And let me let y'all know this right now. Chris Brown's baby mama has no problem of keep going back to court. She's already won one battle to get more money. Understand this. She is taking shots every time this man slips up. I want you brothers to understand this. I want you men to understand this. If you got any kind of opening wounds of court, every time you slip up, be prepared, especially if you're dealing with the opposite sex. They're going to pull that in court. You don't hear about Chris Brown baby mama getting into fights, but you sure do hear about C Breezy getting into fights. Every time y'all men get into altercations, anything, the judge is going to take account of that. Whether it's an allegation, whether it's a conviction, whether it's just hearsay, they say the judge, they don't care about that. They're gonna be, oh, listen, I'm sorry, man, you get into too much stuff. Yeah, but they just saying that. Okay, they saying that, but see, that affects your fatherhood. I'm telling y'all from Daddy 101. It is hard to fix the appeal of a man in court. We haven't been winning a lot of court cases, y'all. I'm just letting y'all know. We losing. So, and believe me, now we hearing this about toxic male masculinity. So let's get back to the story. Actually, let me pull it up. Actually, I'm glad you actually said that. Let's pull up the Chris Brown timeline because we already know that he's dealing with all this stuff, and I don't want to seem like we overshooting this. I noticed for some of y'all C Breezy fans, this might be hard for some of y'all to read. So if y'all have to, y'all can turn off the feed right now. Timeline of Chris Brown's history of violence towards women. Who do you think posted this?
Some female.
Brittany Spanos. Yeah.
Called it.
Yep. A woman. Y'all think that y'all better understand the same people y'all be trying to woo and trying to serenade, they will stab you and crucify you right on there. by Rolling Stones, and I want you to understand, everybody mostly reads. Rolling Stones is read worldwide. Not no doggone Jet, not no Vibe magazine. Rolling Stones is read worldwide. The Beatles, Jimi Hendrix, a lot of artists. Am I overshooting that? Big Mo,
No.
M.O.T. Am I overshooting that about Rolling Stones?
Worldwide.
So everybody sees Rolling Stones, correct? So they already got this appeal about him. They make sure that they put you in your suit. Y'all, I'm not telling y'all not to get these tattoos, but sometimes y'all be taking on these appearances that be making y'all easy targets. Hey, do what you got to do with your body, but be prepared.
Tattooing themselves from neck to the damn toes and shit. Of course, that's gonna come with an end.
They're already gonna say, he looks like he did it. Whatever they say he did.
Now
Doesn't matter what they say he did, but whatever they say he did, he looked like
he looked like he did it. He looked real thug.
Let's look at that. This is how it starts off with.
All right, Caesar.
Cris Brown transformed from a wholesome. Can y'all see it? What I'm pointing out? I want to make sure it's on your screen. Okay, I just got to make sure. Cris Brown transformed from a wholesome R&B teen superstar with Michael Jackson potential to a more wicked pop culture villain when he received his first criminal offense. Wow.
Did she say Michael Jackson potential?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. He was at Michael Jackson potential.
Yeah.
All right.
Potential.
Potential. And M.O.T, you caught that when they said potential, right?
Like, we gotta make sure we put emphasis on that.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I will speak on, like, in a pure music standpoint. Vocally, his range was just as wide, and even as a dancer, I mean, it was one of them. Cris Brown is one of the most undeniable best dancers in the world today.
Well, I don't know how long he's lasting.
And with that combination of skill, the only person that you can think of with that kind of combination of skill was Michael Jackson. There's many more, but with the height of both, not just one. One had a lot of the other and a little bit of the other. And maybe a good amount of one and a tiny bit of the other, but both at maximum, like, ungodly tier level. Yeah. Like I said, I'm just speaking on straight music standpoint.
Okay, I'm glad you gave us that pep speech because it's about to get real rough for C Breezy. Okay, so his first offense was battery charge for assaulting his then girlfriend Rihanna. Since then, assault and battery charges have peppered the last several years of his public image. God, several years of this? Boy, you definitely want to step away from. Particularly accusations from women who have filed police reports against the singer and dancer. This week, he was arrested on suspicion for assault with a deadly weapon, reminding us that Brown's dangerous history against women is never too far behind him, and it is constantly threatens to stall his music career he has continued to pursue. Here we look at the timeline of accusations, run-ins with the law. Again, y'all don't think that these things do not trail and follow you to the end of time? I promise you. He ain't gonna get no excess testosterone goddamn memorial like that at the rate this going. They're gonna be throwing a lot of goddamn maxi tampons at this motherfucker if he keeps this shit up. Rihanna abuse, February 2009. Robin Roberts interview, 2011. That's 2 years apart. Look. Let's keep on going. Phone robbery, 2012.
What was that?
You wanna know what that is right here? Yeah. Phone robbery while attending a club in Miami Beach. Oh Lord. Brown became upset when he noticed a woman taking a photo of him outside of the club. According to Crystal Shannon Span's police report, the singer had snatched the phone from her hands through her car window to avoid any photos being leaked to the tabloids. and then drove off with the item. He was accused on one account of robbery. I mean, at least you gave him a good talk. 2013, 2012, 2013, Club Shove in June 2013, bus assault on 2015. I mean, 2016, Las Vegas face punch. M.O.T. Let's take it over to Big Unk. What are we seeing going on right here? What's going on?
I mean, it looked like he's just going platinum in like the criminal sector. Come on, man.
It came up, bro.
like
You started from the bottom, now you here.
I do remember, when looking at a lot of those, it's still, at least majority of those were still just accusations, allegations.
But I get you saying, but M.O.T.
We're talking about another country where that shit don't matter.
Yeah, but we're being too caught up on that headline. That headline did look good, and I can tell you, I can see why people would.
I want to. What Mo said, if Caesar and Lycan, if y'all two were two investors in music, with all the stuff you're reading right now, I want to ask y'all honestly, would y'all still invest in Cris Brown?
Nah, I wouldn't. He got way too much heat on him.
But he makes money.
He does, but it's not good for business to have to endorse somebody who's constantly under the negative spotlight. That's going to end up like coming down. It's going to end up coming back on you in a negative way. Like if he was making good publicity, more good publicity than bad publicity, then it'd be a different story. But every time you turn around, it's something he got in trouble for doing some stupid shit, or somebody filed charges against him for something. It don't look good from a business standpoint. Like if you're trying to make money off this dude, then you need to have somebody that's going to bring in, good publicity, especially if you're going to put your name, with what he does. Like if I'm going to put my name on it, if I'm going to, say like, well, I'm working with Cris Brown and I'm putting my name with the stuff that he's doing. I'm sponsoring him and stuff like that. And he's going out making a fool of himself, or he's doing, stupid stuff, or he's getting caught up doing stupid stuff. Or even if he do nothing wrong, but just because charges are filed against him, it doesn't look good on his reputation. And in turn, that also reflects on me as a businessman who wanted to put my stake in his ability to act as a functional adult in society. You know what I mean? It doesn't look good because then it makes it look like, well, shit, I ain't got the business sense to pick people who know how to stay out of trouble. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It just don't look good from a business standpoint.
I would say I want to ask you, M.O.T. You've been in business for a long time. Is C Breezy somebody you would invest in to market your brand?
Well, it depends. Depends on how much money he brings in versus how much money he costs us. And in these type of situations, this dude is like one or two more things from actually attempted murder or some shit that's gonna give him some real ass time, and they're gonna bring up all this other shit. I mean, it's just a matter of time before he bees in another country and he flips the fuck out and try to do some domestic shit in another country, and they end up locking his ass up and throwing away the key. So
he gonna get sick of that shit eventually. But he gonna like, what, fuck it. They're gonna keep on accusing me of doing it any goddamn way. He gonna probably just do it.
Cris Brown, stay away from Dubai, bro. Stay away from Dubai. Stay away from Dubai.
Saudi Arabia too. Yep.
Any Arabian country, stay away from them.
Yeah.
They don't got a good process system.
No, they don't.
His ass at the States, period. Shit. You don't need to go nowhere with the way.
He might just want to stay in the States.
He need to stay his ass in the States.
Stay in the States.
Stay in the house. Don't leave the house.
You got a studio at the house, don't you?
Yeah.
He better do like Tupac and do those damn hologram
I would not leave the house unless I was going to do concerts. If I wasn't doing shit that was going to directly make me some damn money, my ass would be home.
Now let me see. Hopefully that was all his accusations. No, sadly they're not. Fuck. This dude got damn more accusations. I don't know, Mo. It's not looking good for C Breezy, man. It's just not.
Wasn't there also a fight with Drake in the club too.
Yeah. Manager attack. I guess he attacked former allegations that Brown had brutally attacked his former manager, Mike G. Yeah, he did pay Mike G money. He paid Mike G money too. That he had threatened a similar attack against her and cut ties with the performer. So she cut ties with him, but he had to pay her for that. 2016 gun threat.
Oh gosh.
Cris Brown was detained by LAPD following a standoff at his house. A woman had accused the singer of threatening her with a gun after showing up to his home. During the standoff, Brown posted several photos of the videos to Instagram, asserting his innocence as the police waited outside for after being told they would need a search warrant. So he pretty much
proven not guilty on that though.
Now I want to understand this. Whether you prove it or not, right? Let me just let
allegations.
Allegations. That's all that matters.
I got a question. How many allegations as of late have put men in jail?
Any?
Too many.
Okay, then.
Still
okay.
Going on.
I mean, that's the thing about it. Y'all can keep on saying it's just allegations, but last time I checked,
it's the allegations that's getting them locked up. It's allegations.
Yeah, but that's
shit. Bill Cosby in jail for allegations. Shit,
of course. But remember,
that's the stuff that's ruining their lives.
Allegations is still the most omitted word in the whole thing.
Don't change the fact that it's still ruining their lives, though, especially in this country.
Of course, but that's the issue, and the fact that that article was painted so damn beautifully that we got to believe it. Yeah. But they still was not lying because they had to put that word allegations to make sure they were not lying.
Yeah.
But but the thing is,
would you trust any females with Cris Brown?
No, absolutely not.
But it's just allegations.
Yeah, but
he can't keep out the damn
trouble. But who the one making those allegations in the first place?
I'm just saying.
He obviously don't know how to say no or get the hell out of my face or go about your damn business. He can't say no to the opposite sex. That's why he keep getting in trouble.
I wouldn't say no either. But that's why I remember
that's how allegations get pulled up.
One good example was one good example I like was One Direction. Where especially early in their years, One Direction is like a huge worldwide, especially in Europe. They were like gods in European countries. They probably could have done whatever they wanted, but that's besides the point. Main point. Their record label made sure that there were no women around them, by any means necessary.
Wow.
Yeah.
Label?
Yeah. And they were world, and they are world heartthrobs. And the company made sure that they were not around any women.
Right here.
The record company made sure that they did not be around any women. They didn't have relations with any women. And even looking at that, I can tell that
I've never seen these. Who are these white children that we're looking at? What?
They're like
they were the shit at one point. Them and the Jonas Brothers had the game on lock.
They had the game on fucking lock.
And then, hold on. So you said their management made sure that no women came around them?
No.
Yeah.
Good job, management. Somehow you just understood that. You understood something that a lot of Negro management do not understand.
Man, when the Jonas Brothers came out, them boys were still kids. They had grown ass women trying to get at them damn boys.
So the question I got is, why the hell ain't black artists learning this shit?
Because they grown and they don't want to be told what to do. That's why.
I'm like that too. I'm like
Bobby Brown. Why do you have to find crack?
You gotta look at it like this too. One Direction. Remember, they were big on Disney and Nickelodeon. They're around kids. That image is crucial. So of course they had to keep them, separated from women as a whole, because one little mistake, one slip up, that's a lot of money. You don't want to be the next Disney Channel fuck up.
Oh, you showed though.
Notice they're taking pictures in onesies. and they're still getting away with it. Chris Brown would have probably been butt naked in his drawers and then get called for rape. Like y'all niggas need to take some lessons from these little white boys.
It's all about your team.
I am going.
Not everybody came out so hot like that though.
I'm like, listen, I'm like that too. I would not want to be controlled. I would not want to be told what to do. Like if a record company tell me, like.
But see, that's the problem. It's the mindset, bro. That's the problem. It's the mindset. It's what you at the end of the day, what you doing, you love it, you're passionate about it, but it's still also a job. And these people who working with you, they looking at it from the viewpoint of this is a job, this is a career. They're trying to make the most money they can possibly make out of what you're doing. And the only way for that to become a long-term project is for you to stay the hell out of trouble. It's not like they want to control you. It's not like they want to be tyrants over you, but they have to take precautions to make sure that they not only protecting you, but also protecting their long-term investment. Because that's what they're doing. They're invested in
and that's why I feel like the best word you actually said was precaution. And, I think that was the most important thing because, it was just necessary precaution that would have prevented them from having stories like Chris Brown with all the allegations and all the stuff, because at least they have the ability to provide proof that whatever allegations they be was true, so they could shut down anything before it could ever even start.
I'm gonna say this right now. When it comes to making money, your name is one of your biggest thing. Is your imagery. Like I said, there's a reason why we don't look for no YouTube beef. We don't look for no bickering. We shut down a lot of arguments on our panels. We stay away from all that. There's a reason why y'all can't say like after the shows we don't be having meetings. Oh yeah, unlike some people, we have meetings after the show to talk about how we can keep from getting into certain situations. We have checks. We check ourselves. Y'all brothers, y'all need to get amongst other men that will check you when you feel like you're getting out of line. I've had Caesar say, "Yo, Joe, chill out. Don't get into that." I've had times where I can say, "Yo, don't put that person on the panel." I've had times I had time for M.O.T. say, "Yo, we don't affiliate with that type of stuff." That's called an inner circle brotherhood, because they make sure that, hey, if one of us gets seen with that, or we get seen on that panel, people will carry that like, oh, that's how they get down. And if one of us leaves from the congregation or from BMT, they make listen. You ain't fucking up our name. Damn that. Before we even start a show, we'll clarify that. That's why we are where we are today. Chris Brown, you really need to start re-looking at. I hope you do see this video. I hope you sit down, put your daughter on your lap, and watch this whole damn video. Take it for whatever you want to, but I'm gonna tell you right now, brother, it's only so long everybody who plays that type of game that you're playing gets got. May not be today, may not be tomorrow. Hell, it might be a few years when you're an old ass man. You see, they don't got no particular of character or age. They'll get you eventually. They don't even have to remember the whole goddamn story. They just got to say it was you. You can be like those white. I ain't saying you got to be a white boy, but shit, their management understood that. Listen, this is money right here. And if those guys truly cared about that young brother Chris Brown, they would say, listen, why you have a gun? Why you got all these guns in your house? But why you got all these? What do y'all do? What is y'all business being Chris Brown? Oh, we his friend. All right, y'all get the fuck out. Y'all can have this conversation on goddamn Uber. Fuck out of here.
All right.
Why y'all bringing drugs around him? Why would I bring any of that type of negativity around my people that I care about? I'm gonna tell you right now. Y'all mark my words. I don't know how long he gonna make. I don't think he might make it to 2022. I don't know.
If he keep this up, he gonna end up staying in damn jail.
It only like M.O.T. said, and I'm gonna pass it to M.O.T. It only takes one. All those other things you think you beat, They're gonna come back to you at that one court case. Mark my words. Y'all saw what happened to XXXTentacion when he died. They brought up all his goddamn dirt, and the man was dead.
Honestly speaking, I feel like if you're not smart enough to handle women, bro, don't be around.
But I mean, you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying, Lycan. You get what I'm saying, Caesar. Then they bring up he was a woman beater, an assault, rapist. Then they bring all that shit up when he was dead.
Yep.
They ain't gonna talk good on you.
Talk bad shit after you go.
They'll talk mad. I can't wait till I'm dead. Boy, I wish I could beat it for my own damn funeral. I hope somebody holds a mic to my goddamn grave so that way I can hear all the shit y'all talk. Put a bag of goddamn gummy bears in my damn grave. Let me enjoy the show from wherever I'm sitting at. Shit, I already know. Cris Brown, I don't know what they're gonna say at your damn funeral. They might kick your shit over. I mean, I ain't trying to be rough, but I mean, M.O.T. I'm gonna give it to M.O.T. Then I'm gonna give it to Junior. Then we're gonna give it to Big Mo for the ending remark to the congregation. Talk. Let's start off with M.O.T. Big Uncle, what do you say about all this stuff going on, man? What would you want to tell Cris Brown and other black young men and men in general that they need to be aware of from learning from the situation?
Like man, you better have a nuanced respect for situational awareness, man. Because I don't want you sitting behind bars for the next 30-some years. Let me tell you, I've talked to people who woke up and they got a life sentence for shit that they don't even remember doing.
Yep.
And every day they wake up, they tell you, man, I cannot believe that I'm still getting punished for some shit I don't even remember. Man, don't let that be you, man. Don't let that be you. That's all I got, man. Yeah.
Okay. Caesar, are you there? Yeah, Caesar's MIA. Lycan.
Yeah.
What would you want to tell all men, aka Red Pill, about what we need to be mindful of, aka Shield Knight? What would you tell them?
Be smarter, bro. That's how I feel. Just be smarter. If you don't feel like you could, if you know yourself, if you know that you can't resist the alluring charm of a beautiful woman, sweet talking you into letting her hang around you, be around you and shit like that, and you know you ain't got the strength to resist it, you need to stay the hell away from her. You see what kind of country we dealing with right now, how shit going, how quick it is the women are like, if just people in general are trying to file charges on dudes, regardless of whether they did anything or not. The more popular you are, the more likely it is somebody out there trying to bring you down just for that popularity. Just to try to take advantage of you, just to try to, like, who stands to gain the most out of you getting put behind bars or having charges brought up against you? You know who that is. Stay the hell away from them.
You
be smart about your career.
You might be able to win.
That ain't the point. You shouldn't be in the situation to begin with. And that's one thing that a lot of these celebrities don't seem to think about. They don't realize that, yes, people love you. They love the work you do. They love what you do. And they're going to want to be around you. But there are also people who are going to want to take advantage of the fact that you're going to be like so open to your fans being around you. They go take full advantage of you, and they go use that shit to their advantage. And this right here is a prime example of what I'm talking about. It's a prime example of what I'm talking about. They're going to take full advantage of the dude because they know that he is easy to get around. Well, these women know that he likes models. He likes pretty women. He likes this. He likes that. They're going to do whatever they can to fulfill whatever need is required to be able to, get close to you. Just gotta be smarter. You gotta be smarter. If you don't feel like you can do that, then you just need to stay away from them. Protect your damn self. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's Lycan King.
I feel you 100% on that.
Lycan King, the burning Gundam.
The burning Gundam.
The burning Gundam.
You got that right.
The burning Gundam. Zero fuckery.
Burn all. Hey, I don't got a problem saying it how it is, bro. I burn women, dudes. I don't give a shit. I just tell it how it is. I really don't, bro. And it's not like because I'm an asshole or me doing nothing like that. It's just like I was smarter. Like I was raised better. I know to be careful. I was raised to be flexible, flexible in thought, flexible in mind and shit. I know better. I grew up around a lot of women, so I had a lot of firsthand experience seeing a lot of shit, bullshit that women tend to do around their partners and shit, or just dudes that they interested in general. You don't even gotta be with them. If they interested in you, you never know what the hell they may be thinking about doing to get your damn attention. I had firsthand experience with that shit, so I know what to look for. A lot of these other dudes don't. That's why we try to teach. That's why we try to explain shit so you learn.
Caesar, what do you want to tell a lot of these young brothers and men in general that they need to be mindful of and be on game about? Are you there, Caesar? Damn it. The Lord always take him. The Lord always takes him from us.
He go. He go.
All right, Big Mo. Don't get too passionate now. I know you're gonna be starting getting. We ain't in church.
Actually,
keep it under 5 minutes, bro.
All right. But I want to speak on both sides. Yeah. One, I'll say one side. You know, you do got to be careful who you around, especially when you putting yourself out there. You got to make sure the people around you is the most trustworthy you can ever do, because a lot of their loyalty and trust is going to be tested. If they mess up, it's on you. If you mess up, it's still going to be on you, and you're going to have to look around you like who's protecting you and who's not. And also, you do gotta, I get we have these urges, we have these feelings, we have these just like, man, we want to do, but man, you gotta keep that under control. You gotta think first. You gotta think with your head up there, not down there. And then because, you don't want to make permanent decisions based on temporary feelings. And also, I want to get on everyone who's trying to get on Cris Brown. He was actually really doing his best to change for the better. He was really doing his best. And the allegations still is allegations. And a lot of that was proven damn BS. And, and I really don't respect people who don't respect that a man can grow and evolve and change for the better. And that's exactly what he was doing. Of course, he wasn't perfect. Of course, he'll still, want to try to do his thing, and he's gonna want to flex a little bit, want to holler a little female here and there. But that he's just being just a regular person. It's not like he wasn't trying to be out there. He was really doing his best. So now,
Yeah, do better.
Shame. He's gonna keep doing better, but a house wasn't built in a day. Progress wasn't made overnight. It's over time.
He done had plenty of time to learn this damn lesson by now. All these damn allegations and charges and shit. If he ain't learned nothing by now, it don't make no damn sense.
I mean, like he can't control if he's getting accused or not. He can't. That's not on him.
Well, actually, he can do that. He can do something.
I gotta disagree with you on that one, Mo.
I gotta disagree with that. He can control that shit. Stay his ass home. Stay out the damn limelight. Stay off of social media.
And which a lot of times he has done, even with the gun charge, it was at his own crib. And then they found out he didn't really have it. There was really none.
That's too easy. I'm talking about the cases where, regardless of whether they prove this shit to be true or not, it's like if you keep yourself out of a place that will make you more vulnerable, you're less likely to be targeted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like I said, I'm still talking about lately.
Do y'all feel like these things are avoidable for him? Do y'all feel like these things are avoidable?
I feel like the bigger stuff, yeah. Like he should be able to avoid most of that shit.
Yeah. And I do, I gotta hold him accountable on, making sure that his team around him is right. Because it's gonna fall on him, and he's the face of that team. He's the face of that brand.
What's your team called?
No. It's just, just his circle in his camp.
Yeah, he needs to follow that Bruce Wayne and just stay gold.
And there's a lot of his friends that right now, I can tell they're not his friends.
Obviously, every celebrity got a few of them.
Listen, you better be like Batman.
Be like Bruce Wayne.
Nobody ever know what Bruce Wayne at.
What the hell he be doing?
Fuck, that nigga never come in the office.
But I can,
he
but I
never
can,
in the office. Don't nobody
but
know
I,
where he at.
but I can tell you so far for the past few years, he was definitely doing better. And
The few
you know,
years, 7 years
but
straight, he been getting in trouble.
let's say 3 years. 3 years he
So
was
it
doing
took him
better.
3 years to get
3 years.
lazy. It took him 3 years to
No,
slack
I'm
up.
saying the past. Alleged.
Mo, quit,
Like I
Mo,
said,
quit
but I
lowering the
still
bar for
remember.
Chris Brown, man. Quit
Nah,
Yeah,
lowering
I
man.
the
I'm
bar
sorry.
so
I can't
bad,
go
man.
down there with you, bro. I can't lower the bar for
Lowering
you
Chris Brown's
because
bar, man.
I'm not.
it'll be a bad example to the other guys, Mo. That's what I'm saying.
Stop, Mo.
I
You
do, but
trying?
I do feel. Yeah, but like I said, it's. I still don't respect when people are growing and changing for the better, and that's not being respected. How can I respect those people?
Well, saying you gonna fight with a dude when you talking about you doing like we ain't gonna lie that everybody knew about him doing crack or doing coke. We all knew about that. Yeah, we knew about that because they were making fun of him at the Breakfast Club and all the radio stations. They're like, "Yo, why you keep doing crack? Why you keep doing coke?" And he got mad at them. He got mad at them for bringing up his drug.
Him working on himself is good, but it doesn't change the facts, bro. It don't change the reality of the his life right now. He has way too much attention on him. It is not good. Whether
I
he wanted
mean,
to change or not, it don't change. That's not gonna change the
he's.
situation he's in.
I mean, because he's Chris Brown.
He's
and,
that's what I'm saying. It's not gonna change his
Caesar, are you
situation.
and I'll tell you, and I will also say, I can probably understand how difficult it will be if he does quit the music because that's been something that you're telling someone to quit what they've been working so hard their
I don't
entire
think he
life.
should quit the music. I feel like that's giving it. That's giving it too much. I don't think he should do that. I think he should just like work on being
you don't have
smarter.
to quit the music, but there's different ways he can do his music. Like
I
why
can
not?
be
Why not
smarter.
be a songwriter? Why not just have other people?
He
Why not
does that.
find somebody younger? Why not find somebody else to sing? Like
I
honestly,
mean, 'cause I mean, he's a star. Hey, bro, he's a star. He's the one that can sing the best and dance the best. Why not?
not
And
anymore.
Why not help teach the next generation? Why not pass down that knowledge and experience?
although I'm more on your side on like a different subject because I don't like the lack of platform that soon to be up and coming artists don't get the platform, which is like I said, that's another conversation for another day.
I'm just
So
saying.
I would be mad at that.
All right,
But
let's go ahead and wrap it up.
but like I said, when someone's growing and changing and really doing better and that's not getting acknowledged, instead that little highlight is getting recognition over something that I can say I don't believe he even did that thing. And in my eyes and many people's eyes, he's still been clean for the past 3 years.
I mean, we
And
don't know,
and
so
you
we
can't
can't really
and you
say
can't
one way or the other. We don't
yeah,
know.
but you already jumped to the conclusion that he hasn't been doing better. You was just
No,
saying
I
that.
don't think that he hasn't been doing better. I think that he needs to be smarter. That's where my opinion lies. I feel like whether he's done what he's done or not, I don't know. I wasn't there. I can't judge on that. What I think he needs to do is make smarter choices when it comes to dealing with people when he leaves his house. That's what I'll get at.
Let me
Because it all honestly, it's people like Chris Brown who, if he just set his mind to it, could set the example. It's not the regular everyday Joes you walk by on the street. You don't be paying attention to them. The people be paying attention to are celebrities. Celebrities are the ones that's always in the limelight. They're always the ones that people watching. Everything that they do, everything that they say, people are always watching them. So who better to set a proper damn example than the damn celebrities? But what kind of example are they setting if they have like a long list of charges and stupid stuff? Whether they did it or not, but being in situations that will make it so easy for it to happen to them, it don't look good. And for me, I feel like for speaking for other guys who may potentially end up becoming celebrities one day, or people who just be out in general. It ain't just celebrities, just got people in general. It's so easy for people to just make accusations and it ruin guys' lives. Whether they be proven true or not, it doesn't matter. One wrong accusation and his career is ruined. His reputation is ruined. His name is smeared in mud. It don't take nothing. for it to
Michael
happen
Jackson
anymore.
syndrome.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I-
So I
Michael
feel
Jackson.
like these celebrities, these people who are always at the center of attention, need to set a better example. They need to do better so that the people who's watching them can see that and be like, all right, yeah, if he could do it, I can do it. People gonna want to follow them. People tend to follow trends. Make it a trend to do right. Make it a trend. Make it popular to be smarter and be
Like,
safer.
like
You know
J.
what I'm saying?
Cole.
J. Cole, Kendrick
Like J.
Lamar.
Cole when he had that
Actually,
situation against Lil Pump.
the
He
best
could have been an
example really.
asshole, but he wasn't. He took the high road, and I applaud him for it. You know what I'm saying? He realized what was going on, and he acted accordingly. He didn't just wild out on the young dude. You know what I'm saying? Because we all know what would have happened if he was upset and went off on Pump. He didn't do none of that. You know what I'm saying? He applauded his hustle. He realized what he was doing. He let him know he knows what's going on, and I think that should be applauded. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that could
Showing
have
some
easily
maturity at
body,
his age,
yeah,
being an actual damn adult and not acting
adult.
like a damn child on national television. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You know what I mean? Because beef is easy. Anybody
Yeah.
can do that for clout. He don't need it.
The other best example I feel is Usher. Um, to this day, we haven't even heard a peep from Usher. You know, with all
After the rape charges or
After the herpes
her,
situation.
this one.
yeah.
He been
Well,
under the
I
radar for
mean,
the longest.
nah,
He's done.
except right
He's
now, they
done a
messing with him about his
fine.
hair. They messing with him.
He's done a
They mess with him right now.
yeah, but
They messing with him
yeah, but
about
he's
his hair.
done.
Well, that's
Yeah,
because
but he's
all the
done.
all
But
the
he, yeah,
famous
but,
dudes are on the target zone right now. They trying to
yeah,
get everybody.
yeah.
He ain't no exception. They trying to
But
get
but
everybody
but,
famous.
but even besides that, he's done a fine job of keeping himself way low under the radar with all the same amount of barrage of allegations that Chris Brown has had. So that was the best example.
I'm gonna say,
And I've tried my hardest to follow Usher, and I've heard nothing.
because here's the thing about it.
Has it been smarter?
Let me finish up on this one.
Yeah.
I don't want us to drag this on. We got another show we got to do later on tonight. And that's talking about Soldier Boy. I've been meaning to get on this young brother, but I want to just wrap it up. Listen, Chris Brown, you just need to be smart, man. Whether they got evidence on you or not, you need to change up your moves. I learned when I went from making 3 figures to 4 figures to 5. Nigga, I started learning, I can't keep on hanging in the same groups around the same people. I've told that to Caesar, I told it to Lycan, I told it to Big Mo, and now also me and M.O.T talk about that almost every goddamn day. Y'all don't understand. There's a war out on men. Once you start making big moves, you start rising up. So you start getting property, money, and you start doing better for yourself. You become a more open target. Don't believe me? There's a reason why when people get their first home, they start to stay home more. But they're like, I got too much to lose. There's a reason why when people start getting a good job, they say, I don't have time to go out because I got a job. I got to be responsible. Chris Brown, yes, you are seen more than all of us. Yes, you have an open mindset, but understand this. It's only going to take one woman to get you. When one woman gets you, they're all going to come get you. And the thing about it is, it's a dinner belt on your head, brother. I don't want to see him fall. I don't want to see no brother fail. But I'm also mindful that, listen, it don't take nothing to destroy your name. Chris Brown is not making the same money that he was making back then when he was hot. He's not. But if he was making that kind of money, he wouldn't have to be on the road anymore. He could be sitting down. They didn't find out Michael Jackson was innocent until after he was dead. They understand this. Your name carries you. That's the one thing my daddy said. Listen, one thing a man has to protect is his name. Once that gets smeared to the dirt, it's hard to defend it. And it don't take much. Social media burns like wildfire. Jumping on social media, brother, somebody need to take your phone away from you. You jumping on Instagram, running to these same little thotties. That's what they are, thotties. The same girls that keep catching you up are the same girls you Instagramming right now. They're like, damn, we didn't get him today, but we'll get him tomorrow. Same girls that keep fucking with R. Kelly are the same girls that are going to be in his bedroom doing a goddamn C-SPAN interview after he leaves out the bedroom. I was scared. They're the same females. Y'all men need to be smart. Stop letting y'all penis get y'all in trouble. I keep seeing the same denominator. It ain't men that be getting him. It's a bunch of women. And they're not ugly women. Once they know you got something, they're gonna fuck you up. I don't know. Get a paper making people sign just to come around you. People do that. Mm-hmm. Get a paper to sign for people to come around you. Have somebody vet these people. You know how hard it is to get around Jay-Z? You got to get through 2 layers of security and a background check. But Jay-Z don't let just anybody around him anymore. Because you know it only takes one incident that you can throw a punch at him and he push you back. He gets sued. Why do you think people run around NBA players whenever a fight breaks out? Because they're worth money. Cris Brown money runs out, all this shit's going to fall down on him. And I pray that don't happen. But the one way he can save himself is to start to pull back, make some CDs, hell, do some features. He got a studio in his own house. He don't have to leave. He can do his music right there, send it to wherever he got to send it to. Let them make it, let them work on it, and he got a music right there. He didn't even have to leave out of stuff. I ain't say he got to be a prisoner of his own home. But until you start doing stuff, the Cris Brown Foundation, the Make It Dance Foundation, the Dancing with the Stars or whatever, you better be like Will Smith. You better make YouTube inspirational videos. Stay your ass away from females. Stop worrying about Karuchi. Yeah, I said it, nigga. Better leave that girl alone. You already know you got a what's that shit called when you're not allowed around a woman?
Restraining order.
Yeah, you got restraining orders on you, bro. And not on just one woman. Quite a few supermodels got restraining orders on you, bro. That ain't good. So you definitely need to start switching up. You guys, we thank y'all for joining us today on BMT, Brothers Amongst Men, for definitely having the whole panel here. We definitely hope that a lot of you brothers take some time to learn from this. Even if you're not no super megastar, brothers, worry about getting your finances and your resources together. Not chasing after no ass. And if you know you're getting into the same situations in the same type of predicaments, fall back. Reassess yourself. Your friends call you, change your goddamn phone number. Or just tell them, yo, I can't deal with you. You're too hot. My damn cousin got out of jail. First thing he came to me, he said, yo, take me to this house. I said, ain't that the house that's so damn dope? Yeah, man, I just got to pick up some and then I can make you and me some money. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Click.
You got to go.
Bye. Some of them, you just got to do that to them. Ain't none of us going to give up our future for y'all.
Learn how to say no.
Not all. All right, guys. We'll see you later. Like the video, support the channel, and keep yourself mindful. Peace.